Hi everyone, it's Melissa from Starshine Yoga here. I hope you're all really well. I'm wondering how you're doing at the moment, how you're feeling, whether you're feeling happy and excited, or whether you're feeling a bit down, a bit bored. So hopefully you're just going to have a really great session of some yoga with me today and some mindfulness, because remember, there are so many benefits, so many good reasons for us to do yoga and mindfulness. Keeping our bodies moving, keeping healthy, making our bodies stronger, helping our bodies become more flexible, more bendy and stretchy, helping our bodies and our minds relax and switch off, helping our bodies and our minds feel more peaceful and more calm, but also helping us feel more energized and motivated. So we're going to do a little bit of breathing, some moving, a yoga game, and then a little bit of mindfulness and reflection today, because it's the beginning of a new year, so we're going to do some reflections. So when you're ready, I'd like you to find, for our breathing activity, something that you can blow up into the air. So I'm using a feather in today's session, but a strip of paper would work really well, something that's light enough for you to blow up and down. So when you're ready, come on down to the floor, to your mat or wherever you're working, and I want you to lie down onto your backs, and I want you to take your feather or your piece of paper and place it on your lips, and then I want you to take a big deep breath in through your nose and take a big deep breath out. Good. So a really big breath, and we're slowing our breath down. Big deep breath in and out. Good. Don't worry too much about how high your object goes, as long as you're taking a big deep breath in and a big deep breath out. Good. So hopefully you'll feel your lungs fill with air and expand, and your stomach get bigger as you breathe in, and then draw back as you breathe out. Ready? Big deep breath in and out. Good. And we're going to do 5 more here. Big deep breath in and out. Excellent work. 3 more. Good, and I'm hoping that breath on the way out is just as big as the one on the way in. Excellent. 2 more. Wow. And last one here. Okay, good job. You can pop your feather or your piece of paper or whatever you're using to one side and come up into a standing position onto your mats. We're just going to warm up our bodies. So we're going to run through something in Starshine Yoga that we call the sun sequence, and we have 2 of these. We're going to do the second one today. Okay, so I want you to follow me and copy the moves that I do. So starting nice and strong in our stick pose or mountain pose, and then we're bringing our hands together for hands to our heart space, reaching up, reach to the sky. Good, then forward folding. We call this elephant. And reaching as far as you can with your fingertips to your toes. Don't worry if you're not quite touching. And a big lunge forward into proud horse. Good, opening up those hips. And then sending that front leg back into dog. Good, so sticking your bottom up in the air, feel a big stretch up the back of your legs. And then coming down onto our stomachs, opening out our chest for cobra. Good, and then back to dog. We're going backwards now with the same moves. And back to proud horse, sending your other leg forward into that lunge. Good. Back up into elephant, so reaching down towards your toes. Good. And then stretching up, reaching to the sun. Big stretch. Hands. And back to stick. Good, excellent. We're going to run through that one more time just to warm up our bodies. Get them a bit warmer, but we're going to go a little bit quicker. Ready? So stick. Hands. Reach to the sun. Elephant. Proud horse. Dog. Cobra. Dog. Proud horse. Elephant. Reach to the sun. Hands and stick. Excellent, good job guys. Okay, now we're going to be working in today's session with 4 poses. Okay, 4 different yoga poses. So the first one is what we call bird or child's pose. So we're going to come down onto our mats, onto the floor, with our knees on the mats and our legs are moving slightly wide so that we can reach through our legs and stretch down the mats and bring our forehead to the mat if you can. Good. So coming into that bird pose or child's pose. Good. Taking a breath here. Excellent. Okay, now our second pose in today's session is what we call chair pose. Okay, I'm going to show you. I want you to have a go at home. So I want you to imagine that you're sitting back in an imaginary chair. Okay? So we're going to bring our arms up and we're going to send our bottom back and squat down. Good. And reaching forwards. Excellent. So hopefully, the longer you're here, you're going to start to feel your bottom muscles, your glutes and the backs of your legs, your hamstrings start to really work. Maybe they ache a little bit. Excellent. Okay, coming out from chair into our third pose of today's session, which is triangle pose. Because we make with triangle pose a triangle shape with our legs. Okay, good. So we're going to reach down one leg and then with the other arm we're going to bring it up straight, pointing those fingers to the ceiling. Maybe you can turn and look up towards that hand that's pointing towards the ceiling. Good. And maybe you're here with your hand, stretching down your leg. Maybe you've reached your knee or your shin or your ankle. Excellent. And then we're going to take it down the other side for triangle pose. Good. Okay. And our last pose we're using in today's session is plank. Okay, here's our plank balance. So for plank, I want you to come on down to your mats again and you're going to balance on your elbows and your toes. And you're trying to draw a straight line with your body. So make sure your bottom's not up too high in dog. Make sure you're not dropping down onto your mat. Okay, nice straight line. See if you can pull your tummy muscles in. Good, and holding it here. And relax. Okay, now we're going to play a game today with those 4 poses called numbers. So in this game, I want you to get warmer and more energized and for your heart rate to get quicker. So what we're going to do is a sprint on our mat. Okay, we're going to be sprinting like this really quickly, and then I will be calling out different numbers. Now, if I call out 4, number 4, I want you to move into plank pose. If I call out 3, I'd like you to move into triangle pose. If I call out 2, it's chair pose you're showing. If you hear 1, you're coming down into that bird pose. Okay, are you ready? Ready to get moving? Remember, you're running, you're sprinting as fast as you can on your mats or on the floor where you are. Okay, we ready? Off we go. So sprinting, get those feet moving quickly. Maybe use your hands to help you. 3, can you remember what it is? Triangle pose. So coming down into triangle pose. Good. Feeling that really good stretch up the side of your body. Excellent work. Ready to get that sprint back on. Off we go. As quick as you can. Can you go quicker than me? 1. And it's bird pose that you're making. So hopefully you're now down on your mat, on your knees, and coming into that really deep stretch forwards. Good, and just resting here for a minute. Let your breathing slow down a little bit and your heart rate come down. Okay, but not for too long. Ready? Off we go, sprint. 4. It's plank pose. Okay, coming into that plank. Good. And holding that balance here. Really focus on staying strong. So 3, 2, 1. Back into it, sprinting. 2. Into that chair pose. So a nice deep squat. Arms coming up forwards, sending our bottoms back. Good, holding it here. Excellent work. Back into our sprint. See how high you can get your knees this time. And 3. So back into triangle pose. So maybe you can send your arm down the opposite side to the one you just used. Good, holding it here. Ready for your sprint? Go! Last time. And 1. Back into your bird pose. Whew. Hopefully you're feeling like me, a lot warmer now, more energized. Your heart rate should be quicker. Good, and coming back up. Whew. Okay. So we've got our bodies moving. And we're now going to start slowing down our breathing. So maybe you can take a big deep breath in through your nose with me. And then out through your mouth. Good, and one more. Okay, now for today's relaxation, we're actually going to do a little bit of reflecting. So, we're going to think about something that we call gratitude. So that means thinking about what we are grateful for. And we're going to think back actually to last year, because we've just started a new year as we film this. So we're actually going to think about 2020. Okay, and I'm going to show you on the screen a little template that I want you to have a go at using. So maybe at home you can draw 3 stars, 3 Starshine Yoga stars. Or if you want to, I can send this one out to you. If you drop me an email or a message on our YouTube channel. So we're reflecting on last year, and 2020 was a challenging year. We know that because we know we've been dealing with COVID and lockdowns, but there are things in that year that will have gone well for us, that we will have learned about ourselves, and that we can be grateful for. So the first star says in our reflection, something that I got better at. So I want you to think about something that you think you got better at doing last year. So for me, when I think about something I've got better at, I think about reading. Because last year I really tried to make lots of time for myself to read books and read things that I wanted to read that I hadn't made time for. So I'm going to put in my first Starshine Yoga star, I got better at finding time to read. The next star says a happy memory. So something from last year that makes you think, oh yes, wow, that was really good, that was a good time. For me, I'm going to put in that star, a happy memory was when I went walking in the woods with my family, because I live near some woods and it makes me feel really calm and peaceful when I'm there, and it's beautiful. And then our last Starshine Yoga star that we're reflecting on says something new that I tried. So something new you had a go at doing last year. Maybe you had a go at riding a bike for the first time. Maybe you had a go at cooking something for the first time. For me, something new that I tried was doing this, teaching to a camera online. Because before last year, I had only ever taught in a room with children and teenagers and adults in front of me. So it's new for me teaching online. So I'm going to put down that I'm proud of that. That was something new I tried. So I want you to have a go over the next few days thinking about what you're grateful for, what you're really proud of doing in 2020. Because it's a really good idea to think about, actually, there were good things that happened, even though there were lots of challenges, there are things that we can be grateful for as well. So have a go at spending some time thinking about those 3 questions. Something I got better at, a happy memory, and something new I tried. Okay, and then we are going to finish back on the floor on our mats or wherever you're working in a nice comfortable seated position. And we're going to take a really big deep breath in again, sending it all the way up to our head, and then pushing it out back down our body. And one more time, big deep breath in. Imagine it filling your body, and then out. Excellent work today, guys. Well done. I'm going to finish with a namaste. Thank you so much for joining Starshine Yoga today. Please do remember that on our Starshine Yoga channel there are lots of sessions as well as this one. So if you go to Starshine Yoga on YouTube, subscribe to us if you haven't already, give us a like, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care everyone, bye bye.